How were you able to get the best of Boyle there in the third?
Honestly, he's got really, really nasty stuff. A lot of guys had a lot of good IDs in front of me. I think it was Wells and Ben Rice, and had a few guys on base there, and honestly, just didn't try to do too much and just try to put my best swing on the ball.
That ties it up, obviously, and then in the fourth, some good at-bats up and down the range. What did you think of the way you guys were able to put together there and add some in the fourth?
Yeah, it was good. Wins come in a bunch of different ways, and ultimately, he obviously had us early on, and I think we had a lot of solid at-bats, and put a few good at-bats together, and then Max really holding it down, pitching well, and giving us a chance for going late in the game, and then it was just a good win overall.
Mission Max career high 111 pitches worked into that seventh inning. Just what impressed you about the way he was attacking tonight?
Yeah, I think he just gave us a chance to win. He really always gives us a chance to win. So that's really all you can ask for. Just so many different pitches, a bunch of different sequencing, and just a tough guy to game plan against.
When guys ahead of you do have good ABs, do you pick up on things that the pitcher is giving them that you expecting from when you get up?
Yeah, I think ultimately the fun part about baseball, right, is you can just have a bunch of communication in the dugout. What are you thinking, what are you seeing? A bunch of good at-bats in front of me, and like I said, I really just try to put a good swing on the ball.
You've seen Volpe make a lot of good plays this year, obviously. First couple of years, one of the top shortstops in the league. When a young kid is going through something like this, do you talk to him? Obviously he's a hard worker too, and you're confident to get out of it, but how can, as a veteran guy, try to help a young kid get through, which he says is the first fielding slump of his career?
Yeah, I think, obviously 100% the ability's there. I've never played shortstop, so I know what comes with it. It's a demanding position, mentally and physically. So, I see the way he works, and he's a freak athlete, and I got all the confidence in the world for him.
How do you know when is a good time to talk to somebody in a situation like that? Sometimes you just let them write it out.
Yeah, I think for me, I've in this game I've had success. I've failed plenty of times. You know what I mean? This is one of the hardest games in the world to play, and so we have talks between each other all the time, and we're all brothers in here, and we all got each other back. And that's the fun part about playing 162 is when losses come in a bunch of different ways, you got to keep on rolling.
Ryan Cashman and the staff are down in Tampa working the trade deadline, which is upcoming. Are you anxious at all to see how they can improve this team in the next few days and what the other teams do too? Yeah,
definitely. It's always an intriguing time, right? Kind of said it yesterday, and really ultimately for myself, and I think for a lot of guys in here, it's kind of really out of our control. We got to, focus on what we can do on the field, and that's win ball games, and that's what we show up every day to do.
Anthony, just how thankful were you to get out of here with the win tonight after the extra out there in the ninth inning?
Yeah, it was a huge, big win, big series for us, and like you said, get out of there.
How do you kind of evaluate yourself today defensively? Obviously some miscues, but offensively made some solid contributions.
I got to make those plays, obviously. That's about it.
In the first, what happened there on that one?
Just led Jazz too much. With how we play in double play tap and still trying to keep our range. You're going to have plays where you got to be precise on the feeds, and I wasn't.
Is that in the back of your head at all, just that you have the one in the first? Like, do you feel like it's on your mind at all, if you're kind of not making a mistake or anything like that?
No. I just got my rhythm a little off, and throwers gave out on me, so I just got hit in the chest.
Have you ever been in a fielding slump before in your life, and if so, what did you do to get out of it? It's just a matter of going out there and having good games, or is there something to take more grounders, or how do you get out of something like that?
I never really experienced something like this, but you got really good guys around me, and I know, I consider myself, I know what I'm capable of, so it's obviously frustrating, but it's not discouraging. And I know the standard that I have for myself, I'm just going to keep pushing until I just prove it to myself every day. And every day is a new day, and that's just what I'm going to do.
Anthony, you've done it at a high level before consistently. Can you kind of put your finger on why you think maybe there hasn't been that consistency this season?
Yeah, no, I think just keep working. If I did, I mean, nothing changes for me. Even if I didn't make an error the whole year, I'd still be working and trying to push my limits and push myself. It's just the process of going through it.
After a night like this, where there's a couple errors, but you contribute offensively, you win the game, when you go home, are you thinking about the errors and mad about that? Or are you saying, hey, we won the game, I helped the team win the game by with a bat? What's the mindset when you leave here?
I mean, tonight I'm just gonna go home, watch my videos, prepare for tomorrow, and once I go to bed, it's over. And once we'll get to work tomorrow once we get to the ballpark.
I mean, it was huge, putting us in a hole. Not making pitches to get out of the first and giving up 2, and then giving up the leadoff homer. Getting down 3-0. It's it's a tough spot to be, and once Cody hit that homer, you just know it's a 0-0 ball game again. You're like, okay, let's reset, go after them, start over, and just gave me that confidence to go out there and know that it's kind of a new ball game.
Career high 111 pitches for you. It looked like you looked over at the dugout multiple times there in the 7th inning, kind of saying something. When Boone came out, what did you say to him to ultimately keep you in?
Just a conversation. Said how are you feeling, and looked at me and said, I want you to get this guy, and I said I got him. And unfortunately, wasn't able to make the pitches to do it, but thankful for the opportunity. I want to make sure that when I get that opportunity again, to make sure it pays off.
You've seen Volpe make a lot of good plays, very popular in the clubhouse, and he's going through something like this. Are guys reaching out to him to try to keep his spirits up?
Yeah, he's a good player. He's he's a confident player. He's got up to the big leagues at an early age, and has been really really good defensively in his career so far. Everyone goes through different spurts where things aren't going well, but everyone in this clubhouse has confidence that he's that same guy, and he's an elite defender, and he's a Gold Glover.
Another topic, you're going through a trade deadline with the Yankees for the first time. They usually make a lot of moves. They've already made a couple. Are you anxious to see what happens in the next couple of days and see if the front office does something to try to get you guys over the top?
From my experience, I've been on a lot of teams that have added at the deadline, and you just got to take care of business every day. It's not something that we can control. The guys that we're going to battle with in here, we're going to be supportive, and we're going to go out there and believe that this group's good enough to win a ball game that day. And if other people come in, then great. We'll be more than welcome. Welcome them in. But that's a little just out of our control, and we have baseball games to win.
What has Cody Bellinger meant to this team?
He's been incredible. Just if he's not doing something with the bat, he's doing something with the glove. That any of the 4 positions that he plays, and he plays at such a high level, he impacts the game on both sides of the ball. And when you're able to do that, it you help the team win a lot of ball games, and he's done that a lot this year.
Max, I think you're whipping your finger off a lot on your hands again towards the end of tonight. Was that your pinky?
Yeah,
pinky again?
just cut the pinky again. Just happens.
Max, I think you're now 10-1 now.
I'm sorry?
I think you're now 10-1 after your Yankees lost this season. How much pride have you taken in being a stopper at the club?
I think just more so I've had not the best results in the last however many starts, and it was just important for me to go out there and make sure that we put us a really good chance to win today. Didn't do that early, and just wanted to try to bear down and hold us there to be able to have the offense do what they do. And they've been so good this year that I knew that if I just held it right there, that there was a good chance for us to come back. And a lot of credit to the team. I thought it was a really, really good team win today.